right, welcome to it. Matchday live from Torero Stadium following a 2-1 win for San Diego. Down by a goal, they come back and win tonight at Torero Stadium. All of a sudden here in San Diego, the home field advantage is starting to take shape. Welcome to it. We'll have you for the next 30 minutes. Some highlights there. Darren Smith, Jordan Caruth with you. We are on the field from Torero.
Miguel Berry ends up with the game winner. We'll talk about that a little later on. And pick to kick was a huge night for many of us. Not the most surprising pick. Nobody really climbing out on the limb on that one. But Jordan, we talked a lot about it. About hey, this is a lineup now featuring 4 MLS loanees. This is a lineup now where you look at the bench also with Tumi Moshibane, Grant Stolman, who saw some action, picked up a yellow card late, which we. The bench. It's just a game changer, and you know it looked like it was going to be a really frustrating night. LA Galaxy went ahead. Give him credit. Jorge Hernandez now equals Santi Moar with his 6th goal, which leads the USL Championship. LA Galaxy goes ahead in the 61st minute, and you think, man, is it going to be one of those nights? Is it going to be one of those really, really frustrating nights where you feel like you're playing pretty well, but you just can't quite figure out, you can't quite solve whatever it is that the Galaxy is putting out there? But no, that was not the case. Alejandro Guido looked like a man possessed, and that was vintage Alejandro Guido, somebody that you and I have seen for a really long time, somebody that people in San Diego have seen since his high school days, from Club Tijuana even to where we are now with SDvLA. That was just vintage to see him there. Came on in the 69th minute as a sub. What a nice sub that was.
It was a very nice appearance from Alejandro Guido tonight. He is the first player to celebrate in front of the locals. He scored on that end for the first time here at Torero Stadium with fans in the house. Jack Metcalf did that way back when in 2020. It was a preseason match. Charlie Adams scored in the opener in 2020, but that was against this net right here behind us. It was not in front of the locals. Tonight, the very first time in club history, not only did they get 1 goal in front of the locals in Chavos tonight, Darren, they got 2. I really couldn't tell who got the second one from where we were standing. It just looked like a scramble. I know Guido had a strong impact on that play, but I really couldn't figure out who scored until later you find out, of course, it's Miguel Berry who's available there, and he puts it away. It's a big one. Is there any beer?
Is there any beer? Who's asking? It depends who's asking for beer.
We need one for a teammate as well. Teammate! Guido's coming. Tell him we want Trey. We want Trey.
Corey Herzog.
Corey's our producer.
Cannot quit us. He just has to stop by. He just crawled up behind us. I hope that came through.
I have no
clearly.
idea if it did, but it was Corey Herzog behind the boards asking for a beer is what that was.
Yeah. It's crawling on his hands and knees here because, you know, if it's one thing Corey Herzog doesn't want to do, it's bring any attention to himself. But yeah, we were able to sacrifice one of these beers. I don't know which one went to him. But what a night, Jordan. And, you know, 2 home matches. It was like the theme of the pre-match show, right? Matchday Live, the pre-show was like, hey, you got 6 of the next 7 here at Torero Stadium. You're facing all of the competition in the Pacific Division. Everybody who's ahead of you, you're playing here over the next 6 weeks, so you got to start pulling 3 points from some of these. You got to start getting results. 2 home matches now, 2 victories, 6 points here at home. Like, it's turning into that. Like, it's cold here. We're wearing coats. You can probably see some of the condensation, right? Like, my glasses are a disaster. I can't even wear them. So, like, whatever home field advantage it is, whether it's elements, whether it's crowd, whether it's Chavos, whether it's locals, like, we need it, and they responded here tonight in a big sort of way, picked up all 3 points, especially on a night that figured to be pretty frustrating for them. Just an incredible night here, again at Torero Stadium in front of about 2,200 people.
Yeah, a lot of fun tonight here at Torero. We're starting to build that energy, that home field advantage that San Diego Loyal have been looking for. Let's take a quick time out. When we come back, we're going to chat with Trey Muse, who is here on set. We are very much looking forward to this conversation. It's the first opportunity that we've had to chat with Trey Muse. We'll do that when we come back after this.
Your summer starts here with big savings on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer the best time of the year. But don't miss out on all the fun. See your Toyota dealer and catch a great deal today.
Right now, drive home a stylish new Corolla with a low $199 a month lease. Or you can save big with $1,500 factory cash back.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
During this pandemic, many families are worried about visiting healthcare facilities. I'm Dr. Gail Knight, Rady Children's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer. I'd like to share with you the advice that I give my own family and friends. The best thing that you can do to keep your child healthy is to continue to keep routine appointments like vaccinations and regular checkups. This keeps you, your child, and our community as protected as possible. We are always open, we are here for you, and we are safe.
It's time to get moving with the financial partner that's here for your journey. From small steps to big milestones, USE Credit Union is here for you. With tools to help you bank fast, solutions to help you go far, and a team of dream makers that's ready to help you step forward with confidence. USE Credit Union.
All right, Matchday Live rolls on from Torero Stadium. He is Darren Smith. I am Jordan Caruth. He is Trey Muse, and he's joining us for the first time here on Matchday Live following a 2-1 win for San Diego. Loyal down by a goal. They score 2 in the second half, and they come away with all 3 points tonight against Los Angeles. Trey, we chatted a little bit during the commercial break. You were using a word that we were using on the first segment. Tonight was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Oh, so much fun. Ton of fun. Yeah, absolutely.
In front of the crowd, you got the locals, Chavos here. We haven't had a lot of opportunities here at Torero to play in front of that atmosphere, but it just seemed like it was a good environment tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was great to play in front of the fans. Only the second time this year, second time I've seen it this year as well. So it's amazing, and 2 come from behind wins. We'll take them, but whatever.
Yeah, and it seems to be one of those things here at home. Darren and I were talking about it on the pre-match show, wanting to build that home field advantage, right? Creating moments like you had tonight and just creating the advantage at home. It seems like tonight's performance is one of those that will really benefit you guys going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like the narrative here is we got to make it a fortress here, make it hard to play. It's no different whether we go on the road or home, but the home field advantage with the crowd's huge for both I guess our team, and it makes it tough for the other team to come in here and get results.
Well, so far so good, right? I mean, in terms of building a fortress, 2 home matches,
2 for 2,
6 points so far.
We'll
so
take it.
Hey, and if it has to come in the 84th or 87th minute, the way it has the previous 2 times, you guys will take it. I'm sure you'd rather just run away with it and go 5-0 every time. But
100%.
if this is the way it's got to be, then all of a sudden that's the way you build a fortress.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll take a late win any day of the week.
What's the feel so far for the club? You guys, you've gone through a losing stretch to start. You've come out of it. You're getting results, and you've had some dramatic wins now at home. What's the feel at the moment?
I think we're pretty encouraged. I think everyone's we're content with where we're at. I think we've had some good performances in the last 4 games or so, and 2 ties on the road were tough at the beginning of the week. But I think to come here and then also to beat Vegas last week at home was amazing. So to build off of that, I think we've had now a good restart to the season. I don't know if we would look at the first 4 games and kind of call that us, but from there, I think we're satisfied with how we're doing. But it's not always good enough to beat these teams 2-1 at home. I think we want to beat them 2-0, 3-0, whatever it takes. But come from behind win, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, and 4 straight results also after the way the season started too. You know, to pull a couple of points away on the road. I know, you know, the whole Phoenix thing was you know, it felt different. But now 4 straight, it feels like this is a little bit of momentum. I mean, can you guys feel that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think to get 5 points this week is somewhat ideal. I think we won at 6 to 9 this week, but you know, we'll take 5. We'll take two difficult games on the road, take a point from both of those, and learn some lessons as we came back here tonight and got the win. So.
Plus, also, you know, this is your 8th point tonight, which, you know, for the moment, and things change, right, because everybody's playing a different amount, it puts you in the top 4 in the Pacific Division. So, you know, from that standpoint also, you know, that's something I'm sure for the next couple of days you guys can enjoy looking at and saying, hey, like, okay, we can breathe a little bit now, you know, like it was a tough start, everybody knew it, the way the schedule broke out, but now to pick up your 8th point, to see yourself in the top of the Pacific Division, I'm sure mentally that's a huge relief for you guys.
Huge relief. Yeah, huge. I think it's tough to look at your 7th or 8th in the conference, and you know you're still working to go hard. But you know, at the end of the day, I think it's great to be in the 4th place right now from the start that we've had. To restart the last 4 games that we've had as well, we're really solid. It gives us a little bit of security, but you know, never stop pushing here.
So I think a quick way to learn about a goalie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a quick way to learn about him is. First match is against Phoenix, and that's what you had to go through. You had to take on Phoenix Rising in the first match of the season. You've seen them a few times already. It's kind of a dynamic now. It's a team you've seen multiple times. You're going to see them again a week from tonight here at Torero. The confidence going in against a team that's no wins against Phoenix yet, but you're making progress against that club.
For sure. You know, I think it, from the way it looks last year, this year, teams are a little bit timid to play against Phoenix, home or away. You know, you've got that factor of they're a good team, whatever. You know, I think as a club we've been able to, you know, figure out the way they play, figure out ways to break them down, and I think to go there that we did at the beginning of this week and you know, boss the game around at times was really solid. So, you know, I think we'll try to build off of that, and then being at home, I think will make a huge difference as well. You know, their fan base is solid in Phoenix, but to come away from home is going to be, you know, a new challenge and something we haven't seen before with 2 at Phoenix so far.
So when you find out, I want to, you know, talk a little bit about, you know, Trey Muse, like the best goalkeeper in the NCAA when you were in college. Jack Mayer's your teammate. When you find out that you guys are going to reunite here in San Diego, and he's been a starter and he's played every minute, you've played every minute of the season so far. Tell us a little bit about like your guys, your connection back at Indiana, and then finding out that you were going to somehow, like the crazy universe of football, of soccer, reunite here in San Diego.
It's wild. I think even back before that, I've known Jack since I was probably 12 years old, playing against him in club and ODP. So it's amazing to have a familiar face. He's a year younger than me in school, and so I remember when I was looking at college, he was already committed in Indiana. He was like, you have to come, you have to come. And so I've been around Jack since I think a good amount of time. I would say maybe sophomore year of high school was the first time we really got to play together with, you know, smaller teams, smaller national teams, whatever that looked like. And so it's great to have him, to play with him in college as well. It was his freshman year, my sophomore year, and just an amazing guy, amazing player. So I was super excited when he called me. I missed his call. I was on the way home about to shower. But then he texted me. He's like, dude, I'm coming on loan for however long. And, you know, super excited to have a guy back that, you know, I'm familiar with, someone that I like to play behind. And, you know, it's always good when you can add some players like that, like Jack.
So he called you?
He called me, missed call. So I guess text, but called me, then texted me.
Well, it shows the relationship.
Exactly.
It shows he wanted to let you know as soon as possible.
Great guy.
Well, Trey, let me ask you this. I mean, you know, 4 more saves here tonight, unofficially. You know, we'll wait and see whatever the final stat line says. 33 so far. You are leading the USL Championship in saves. I know sometimes that can be one of those two-way streets, right, where you're like, but you're working back there and you're pulling through. Just tell us, like, you know, showing up here every single match. You know, you're up for the challenge, it seems like, every single time. Again, 33 saves now through 8 matches.
I guess going back to that stat, it's a little bit of a good and a bad thing. You never want to be bombarded with shots.
Right.
You know, maybe it is a lot, maybe it's not, I don't know. I feel like sometimes the shots aren't always the hardest shots to face. But still, at the end of the day, I've got to do my job, whatever it's called upon. And just to help the team pull out results, to keep us in the game is huge for us. You know, I appreciate it, and I know the guys in front of me appreciate that as well. So just trying to be the best professional I can be in training and on the field. And luckily, it's been correlating so far, and we've been able to pull a few results out so far. So, but at the end of the day, you know, I would prefer to maybe give up 0.
Yeah, we want to give you like a nice
clean
relaxing
sheet.
night here one of these
Clean
times.
sheet,
We want a free
no
car wash,
saves.
actually.
I know, I need one too.
You'll be going to Soapy Joe's after your first
Yeah.
clean sheet.
I was actually looking at today when I saw. I was wondering if we could get like a free ticket to go.
Well, I think they can hook you up. I mean,
We'll see.
you got it covered for
see.
sure.
Colder here in San Diego or in Bloomington?
Depends on the time of year. I would say
How
colder.
about that answer?
Colder right now. It's pretty hot in Bloomington, pretty hot where I'm from. Just hot and humid. It's brutal. But yeah, the nighttime, it's surprising once the sun goes down. So.
Right, like on hot days, right? Like it gets cold, like the heavy air here, it gets wet, everything has
Exactly.
condensation on it too. Like, you know, as a keeper, I'm sure you're like, hey, like maybe that works to the club's advantage. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. I think it makes it feel really well. Feels amazing when it's wet. They don't even have to water it because of condensation. It gets really quick in the second half once the sun goes down. So.
All right. So one of our mottos is score goals, win beers. I don't know if that's going to apply with you, but we will give you a beer either for yourself or to give to a teammate, whatever you want to do.
Cool.
I don't know if you'll pass it off. I think I know what teammate you would be giving a beer to.
We'll see.
Yeah. Who
close
are you
friend.
going to give your beer? Who are you going to give the beer to?
Game time decision. I'm sure Corey will try to take this out of my hands.
Yeah, he's
though.
already
Corey
got a
already
beer.
took one from us already.
Yeah, don't let Corey take it.
Can't never have too many.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
true.
Fair enough.
Fair
Thank
point.
you for taking time. Congrats on the 3 points tonight.
very
We look
much.
forward to getting to know you even more and more
Thank you
throughout the
very much.
season. There he is. He's
Thank
Trey
you.
Muse. Really fun chatting with Trey. We'll take one final timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up here from Torero Stadium. It's Matchday Live on San Diego Loyal's YouTube page.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
Want the perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you? 8 a.m. I need a coffee you. Clocking a few miles you. Game day you. Happy camper you. Fun in the sun you. On the slopes you. Dog days you. Happy hour you. Si se puede you. The Knockaround Custom Shop. You design them, we build them.
I'm not even sure what's happening here, and I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. We're gonna be together forevs, and I'm gonna keep you looking good, boo. That's why I got you unlimited washes. That's right, we're gonna binge wash, babe. Commit to your car. What are you waiting for?
All right, welcome back. It's Matchday Live. That guy's Jordan Caruth. I'm Darren Smith. Jordan, unzip a little bit here. Show the people what we got.
Awkward.
Do you like what Jordan's wearing?
Awkward.
Awkward,
It's
bud.
okay. You love showing
I will
stuff
show
off.
you everything.
Do you like?
Whoa,
do you like
easy,
the- do you like
easy,
this?
gentlemen.
Shannon McMillan, do you like?
Easy.
I mean, is this
Easy.
good wear or what?
That's
Because you know,
beautiful.
if you want it, you can go and you can find it at the shop. All the Loyal gear, including kits, the Adidas collection, unique designs that you can't find anywhere else but the shop. Shop online today at the shop.sdloyal.com or visit the shop in Mission Valley. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Who's wearing a better jacket right now, Darren or I?
Jacket. Well, you've got the Adidas, so of course you.
Thank you. Easy answer. What?
That's
Who are you giving a thumbs up to? Someone voted
very
you?
nice as well.
He didn't even listen to
Shannon
your
Mac.
answer.
Hey, gosh, back in the day, like
Okay, so here's what
nutmeg
we're...
me, and now she just verbally nutmegged me here on the post-match.
Got to
show
keep
as
it
well.
real. Got
I
to keep
know.
it real.
We were talking
I
on
feel
the
sharp.
pre-match show how much we want to build this into a fortress for San Diego Loyal.
All right.
You know, like just you want those moments that you can remember. Corey Herzog a week ago getting the winner. the goal tonight from Barry to go ahead, Guido's moment to keep it alive. It seems like we're starting to build those moments here at Torero
Yeah,
Stadium.
and I think it's been great as Landon hasn't panicked all throughout, not getting the points or the results. He said he's more focused on how they're playing, and it will come. And that's just spoken like a consummate professional. But to me, what was exciting tonight is Herzog and Guido both had breakthrough games. Herzog was so active and around the ball and just causing havoc. That's what we wanted to see from him. And then Guido, I mean, what more do you say? The only thing that could have topped it off was if he hit that volley off his chest.
Yeah.
Then that would have just been drop the mic, game over.
And you have Guido coming off the bench tonight, and you didn't know how many minutes he would get, but they were impactful minutes that you got from Guido.
They were, and it shows why Landon gave him that number 10 jersey. And he's been having a nagging injury, and it's been killing him to not be out there. And to see him come out there, and just imagine what he's going to do when he is match fit now. Because that, just like Herzog having that breakout game, moments like that for Guido, that's just going to compel him to the next level.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds really cliche, Shannon and Jordan, but you know, his body language, you know, he looked like somebody who was like, I have been off the pitch for 2 matches, and I am ready to roar. And I'm coming in here in the 69th minute, and we're down a goal, and like, that's not good enough. Like everything about, like the performance speaks for itself, a goal and an assist, right? Mm-hmm. But like, you know, and I think you're the expert here, but like his body language just is like, we are not, like this is not happening here tonight. Like I'm only got 21 minutes here, but like I'm gonna give it to you. Like this is not going.
And to be down a goal off of a, you know, deflection, that was a heartbreaker. And you said it. As soon as he stepped on the field, he just made an impact. His first touch, he was pressing forward, and he knew he had to make a difference out there, and he rose to the challenge and did it beautifully. And what better way to do it than right in front of all our supporters? Both goals. And you know, Fergranis played really well tonight. He read the game well and shut down a lot of chances, but what I loved about Guido's cross, it wasn't one of our normal just whip it in. It was with thought. It just had a little bit of backspin on it, just dropped in, and it seemed like Miguel Berry was flying for seconds before he buried that.
Yeah, we didn't even see it. At first, we spent several minutes thinking that was Corey Herzog who scored, and then we sort of read it on, you know, SofaScore, and then we texted the PR staff.
Well, you missed a beauty. You got to go replay it, because that was world class, and what better place to do it.
You know, and we also talked about it on the pre-match show, like, isn't it a nice thing, too, when you have the starting 11 that we looked at here tonight, but then you also think about the substitutes that you have eligible. And it's not every match that you're going to have Alejandro Guido and Grant Stoneman, right? Like, these are regulars, these are starters. But, you know, whether it's Tumi Moshabani, who scores a goal last week, like, think about, like, his confidence level now. We saw it here against Vegas. Now that he's seen the ball go in the net. Like, you know, like, it's a squad. Like, it's a squad 1 through 11 for sure every time you take to the field. But it's also what you can bring in off the bench, like, late in these matches that'll make the difference,
Absolutely, and that goes to the culture that Landon's helped create, because whether they're coming off the bench or they're a starter, you know, they just came off of 3 games in a week. There was different starting lineups, but everybody's so bought in to the end goal and what they want to do here that they come in and they make an impact. Whether they're a starter or 21 minutes, you can have an impact on the game if you have the right attitude.
So Trey is, he was fun to talk to. He's been a delight to watch.
I think that's the most I've seen him talk all together for the entire year, so I'm quite impressed with the likes of you two.
We caught him at the right time. You can tell the adrenaline was still going for sure. He got 33 saves, and I know that, you know, that's like a total two-way street, as we discussed with him. Like, you know, I'm sure he'd be like, I would like a nice, easy kind of night, like maybe we could one away. But, you know, for a 21-year-old, you know, you've seen everything in this game. Like, he has kept this club in all these games. Like, you know, outside of Phoenix, like, you know, on the runaway against Tacoma, we're gonna see a lot of close games, and he keeps us in them every single time.
His reaction saves are just incredible. He is just a true shot stopper, and what I love about Trey is having watched him just blossom. From the time he got here, where he was a little bit quiet back there, to now he's coming off his line, he's making saves, and you see a Grant Stoneman get a yellow card because his keeper got hit. That shows you how much this team appreciates what he brings to the game. And you said it, sometimes having that many saves, it's like, well, it's not necessarily best to be the lead in saves, because that means you're very active. But, I mean, it also shows that, as you said, he's risen to the occasion, and he's not only kept loyal in games, he's helped seal them.
Well, how was the broadcast tonight? How was Jack Cronin?
Yeah, how was
our
Jack?
guy?
Be honest.
Me?
Jack's on the phone over there. So he's
Jack's
not
on the
listening.
phone. Well, see
Did
what
Jack
I deal
gets
with?
all his reads tonight?
I look over and he's texting. I'm like, gosh, my back's getting sore from
texted us in the
carrying
middle
During
of
the broadcast?
No, I'm
texted us in
kidding.
the
I'm kidding. You
broadcast.
know what? Doing this is something out of my comfort zone. If not for the likes of Jack Cronin and me just being his wing woman, I wouldn't be doing this. So
Well,
he
nobody
makes it
will
easy.
believe that.
I know he's going to see this. Come
I
on,
know.
work
He's going to
with me
watch
here,
this
gentlemen.
later. Okay, something that we talked about, getting a goal right in front of the locals in Chavos. That's the
Yeah.
first time we've seen that,
Yes.
at least in the regular season. We saw it in a preseason match. But that moment, Guido getting the first time, what does that mean as a player where you get a score in front of the net and just look up and there's your supporters?
It gives me the chills, and one of my favorite moments. The supporters, because they rented a bus, and the Chavos, the Rainbow Loyals, the locals, they drove up and I watched the game against Orange County, and that's all I heard was them. So it just shows you they're good soccer people. They know the game, they appreciate the game, and to reward them with 2 beautiful goals like that is just something special, and that just sends those guys home with the biggest smile, and they know that they had a part in that. And it's exciting because Loyals struggled to close out games, and now we found a late goal. We have the excitement of that. So it's really fun to see a lot of obstacles and hurdles that have caught us up and maybe cost us some points. We're finally getting to the other side of that.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question that I can't really answer that well, but it's a question I get a lot.
Oh, no.
How good is San Diego Loyal? It seems to be a little bit of a confusing question so far. You have the start, a slow start. You've seen things change the last couple matches. You've had dramatic wins at home now, so you're seeing something being built. How good is this team right now?
I think they're really good. I think they're starting to reach their potential. I think you look at the Herzogs, you look at the Guidos, they have these breakout games. Blake has really stepped in and embraced his role. And, I mean, I don't think that guy's gotten beat up like that. He's taken the hits like that and just keeps getting up and wanting more. So they're good. They haven't had where they are in the standings and the points they have isn't really indicative of how well they're playing. And soccer's a crazy game. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And that's where Landon's been so good and bringing in the experienced players because they know how long the season is. And so there isn't that sense of panic because they know there's plenty of points out there. They're going to start to get theirs. And soccer's a crazy game. I mean, a deflection puts them down. 3-4 inches, Guido scores goal of the month off his chest. So it's a crazy game, but they're bought into the game plan. They believe in each other, and they're going to keep pushing. So I've got a lot of faith in them.
Well, last thing I want to say, Shannon, and you as
Because it's past my bedtime.
as a native San Diegan, we'll get you out of here on this.
Same here.
One of the things I thought, it's been obviously a crazy, 15 months in the world. And I keep thinking about these guys, these guys that came here to play in San Diego and got to experience it one time on March 7th of last year. And guys live in vibrant neighborhoods in town, and they haven't been able to enjoy it, and they haven't been able to see what this city is capable of in terms of supporting soccer. And we're reopening in California coming up on Tuesday. We're eligible for full capacity coming up next Saturday night. I'm really excited to see what we're going to see on the field, but I'm also excited for these guys that they get to experience the San Diego that that we know, that everybody who's watching knows. I'm really excited about that because I only think that's going to make it even better here. That these guys get a chance to see what the city's all about and how the city's going to rally around them.
Yeah, and they've just seen glimpses of it, like you said, and I think to reward them with a packed house on 619, there's just so much hope right now, and it's so great to see them out here. These guys have put their heart and soul when no one was here, just being able to watch it being broadcasted, but now to third capacity, it felt like a lot more. So it's kind of scary to think of just how much, and whether they realize it or not, whether you're in that crazy supporters section or over here, the players hear it and they feel it. And as a player, when it's late and it's a grind and you maybe don't have the results, that little ounce of energy can help be the difference.
Yeah, and it's such an amazing city that they didn't, that they were deprived of over the last 15 months. So to get out and see what everything that San Diego has to offer, from the beach to some of the North County, wherever it might be, some of the other neighborhoods, that's just going to make them fall even more in love with this place.
Absolutely. I mean, even just for me, seeing my son, he sits below me and he's standing yelling at the ref, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think he's been cooped up for over a year. So it's fun to see him getting out, and it's just exciting because San Diego leads the country in viewership for a reason. They love this game, and to have a product like this and players like this that really care. They're such great guys and care about the community. It's only going to get better from there as there can be more interaction. And the city's going to fall in love with these personalities. I mean, if they don't know Corey Herzog yet, give them another couple weeks. They will.
Yeah. Yes. Watch out. That's a warning, by the way.
That is a warning.
A warning for
Consider
San Diego.
yourselves
Watch out.
All right, this is first time we've never had an opportunity for a guest to say goodbye with us here on Matchday.
I thought it was
Live.
karaoke time.
Do you want to do? We could do it.
No, I
What was
haven't.
your
I haven't had
What
beers.
was the karaoke song on the OC
Have a
bus?
beer? We can pop one.
I don't know.
I heard there was a
gotta
lot of
drive home.
karaoke songs.
You know, I wasn't on the bus.
I know, but
I just saw glimpses. I don't think I could do any
I don't
justice
think those
to
videos
what they.
are allowed on this show.
Yeah, it's probably, not allowed.
Darren, have you seen the comments about your jacket?
I have. Well, I saw one from my my traitorous colleague.
Who's that? What did
Jim
Marty
Russell.
say?
No, other guy, Jim Russell. Met at the Roxbury called. Want their jacket back?
What did he say?
Oh, well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
I love this jacket.
Attaboy,
I don't
Jim.
care what you people say.
Keep
Just
those
don't
coming.
start doing
I'm
that,
sorry,
Bob.
green is not a flattering color on anybody. Sorry you're all jealous about it. I can pull it off just because
All
you can't.
Let us all say goodbye together. Normally it's just Darren and I. It's way more
Okay.
fun if you're going to say goodbye. There's no special thing that we do. We can just wave.
Oh,
we
that's it?
can cheers.
That's kind of
we can-
anticlimactic, isn't it?
I mean, it depends what
That's
happens
it.
next.
I expect more from you.
We could
two.
bring in a pro. Jack, can you say goodbye for everyone? We need a pro to say goodbye. Jack says
All right,
goodbye.
they're
We'll
killing me. Good night.
We'll check you
Thank
soon.
you.
Next Saturday, everyone is
here.
invited.
Be
100%
here.
capacity at Torero. Phoenix Rising going to be here. San Diego looking for a win against Rising. We will chat with you then from Torero. Good night.
Stay safe.